We came home. If you watched the last vlog, you know it was becoming a bit much living in Newlyn. Probably because when we made the decision to go there, I didn't really think about the fact that the main renovation we were doing was the kitchen. If you can't have a kitchen when you have a newborn, it's just very, very stressful. So every day kind of coming down into the kitchen, not being able to just make breakfast quickly, because that's part of it, is you need to be able to do things quickly. So we were having a lot of takeaway, which I don't love if I'm breastfeeding. I like to be healthy, and I felt like I was being confined to the bedroom because also the living room is full. I just felt like I didn't have the space or energy, and I'm so relieved to be waking up in my house. So I've come out on a morning walk. This morning was dreamy because I was at home. She's been so happy, she's been giggling, laughing. Alex is off to Newlyn today just to carry on. He probably will find it much easier because he won't have the distraction of me sort of saying, hey, I'm nap trapped, can you get me some water, or could you take her out because I'm feeling exhausted or tired. And we have decided to have a bit of a plan between the two of us to rotate when it comes to looking after her and work. And I'm going to start pumping so that maybe a couple mornings a week Alex can look after her for like an entire morning, rather than it just being in bits where I have to sort of stop to breastfeed her, because obviously I have to breastfeed her every like 2 or 3 hours. He'll have uninterrupted time at Newlyn, I'll have uninterrupted time working. But I actually just did a Headspace meditation, something that I was doing throughout pregnancy, and I've been doing it since having a little girl because it really, really aids my levels of anxiety and stress and kind of maintains mindfulness when I'm feeling like I need that. So what I often do is I'll take my headphones with me on a walk and I'll just do a little meditation whilst I'm walking. There's loads of different options on there, and I find some of them are just really lovely to listen to whilst you're walking, because sometimes for me I find sitting down and meditating and closing my eyes, I'm not in the state of mind to be able to do that because my mind is worrying so much. So I quite like a walking meditation. One of the meditations I used to do regularly when I was pregnant, especially in the last couple of weeks when I was really heavily overdue. They have a whole series for pregnant women, postpartum, and I found that so helpful. I did a course which you would just do a mindful meditation every morning, and I found it really helpful in those weeks when I was overdue and I was finding my anxiety was super high and I really needed to tune back into myself. I even would do my meditation and then pass my phone to Alex, and then he would do a meditation in bed because he was also finding the whole thing very stressful. You know, worrying about her and worrying about when she was going to come and hearing what the doctors were saying to us and stuff. And we really needed that time every day to just like switch off and be aware of the impact that it was having on us. I have also used their sleep casts and expert-led sleep meditations during pregnancy and postpartum when I'm breastfeeding in the night and I struggle to get back to sleep. Kind of doesn't really make any sense if you're really overtired, but sometimes I find if I'm overtired, I do struggle to switch off, especially if I'm trying to stay awake because I'm trying to breastfeed her and look after her. So I wanted to share that in case you are feeling a similar level of stress and anxiety. Maybe you are pregnant, postpartum, or you're just going through something and you need that mindfulness in your day. Headspace is proven to reduce stress and increase happiness. So if you want to try it, you can click the link down below or use the QR code on screen and you get 60 days of Headspace for free. I'd really recommend you give it a go. Why not? It's free. See if it helps you. I have found it such a solace and such a relaxing, important part of my day that I keep going back to. And of course, going outdoors helps. Helps a lot with the mindfulness. And look at these horsies. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, you're so curious. Hi. Oh. So Alex has gone to Newlyn, he just drove past me. And I'm gonna have a solo day with a little baby. I want to unpack, tidy up, get the house sorted, and hopefully she has a nice happy day, because she's been a bit funny with her naps recently, but it's been going well the last couple days, and she does love her outdoor ones. How am I going to do this with little baby? Right. It's going to be a hands and knees situation because I can't let her head fall back. And you're going to have to cooperate, Bobby. Be a good girl. Come on. Well done. You got very muddy. This is the thing. I need to shave you because you get very muddy on walks, and that's quite tricky for me if I've got baby. I need to get my parents to come over to look after Elowen so I can shave Roxy. We've never taken her to a groomer's. We've always just done it ourselves, and I would fear that if she did go to a groomer's, she would be a nightmare because trying to do her feet with us, her owners, she's bad, so I can't imagine how she would be with a stranger. Maybe they, as they're professionals, maybe they would know how to combat that. There you go. And here is little Zeusy. Lots of people are asking after you. Excuse me, miss. She loves to rub herself underneath the table. Zeusy has been very well looked after. Don't worry, we left him obviously, but he's been looked after by my family. He's had all the lovely cuddles and feeding and all the attention whilst we were away. He's well loved and looked after, don't you worry. I've got a little bit of a bugbear with my husband because he made dinner last night and didn't clean up. So now I'm gonna have to do it. This is against the rules in this household. This is sacrilege. This literally is like, I can't believe he did this. I'm being flippant. We got home very late and he kindly made dinner and I can completely understand that afterwards. We both went straight to sleep. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have cleaned up dinner, but I told him to just leave this morning because I was like, we didn't get much done at Newlyn, and I'm sure he would have done this, but he had to hop off to Newlyn to make sure that he had plenty doing today. So I knew my job today is to sort and tidy, but I'm quite hungry. I only had a bowl of cereal this morning. We're really lacking in food. Like, look at the state of this fridge. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not very full. There's lots of condiments and jars, which there always is, but there's no actual food. Like, there's nothing in the two bottom drawers. Unsure what I'm gonna have for food today. I'm sure it's just gonna be a cupboard meal, which I can show you. And I don't know what I'm gonna have now because I'm kind of hungry. I need like a mid-morning second breakfast, and I'll feed you now, Zeus. You're meowing because you're hungry, aren't you? One thing we do have is some bacon. I'm assuming Alex bought this and brought it home so that we could have it. So I'm gonna make myself a little bacon bap because also we have these bread rolls that need to be eaten. So that's gonna be a nice little second breakfast. I think baby is now waking up from her nap because we've come home. Strip off to my bra because I was so hot. I always forget when I put the carrier on that if you have like a jumper underneath it, it's so hot. You need to have like a t-shirt and then a cardigan or a jacket. I always make this mistake and then I'm stuck because I don't want to wake her up. I am finding, I know lots of people warned me of this, about the juggling a dog with a newborn. When I'm by myself, looking after, it is a challenge looking after a dog and a baby. If it's me and Alex, it's fine because he can look after Roxy and I can look after baby, or vice versa. But going on a walk with Roxy with baby when she is a little bit Well, she just wants to sniff everywhere. I suppose it's not the sort of thing I noticed when I didn't have a baby, because I would just sort of stop or turn around for her. But if you're carrying a baby as well as having to hold a lead, it's a lot. And then coming home, having to dry her and stuff. And she definitely is out of sorts. It's something, if any of you have advice on how to help your dog when it comes to like introducing a newborn into their lives, because I do notice that she isn't 100% happy in herself. She starts to do things deliberately that is misbehaving. So she like will jump up on the bed, like just now she was like jumping up. Just now she was jumping up on the bed and trying to get out the room, and I was trying to put her in her dog bed so she wouldn't get things wet and muddy, because I suppose it's our fault. We do let her in the bed and on the sofas, so she kind of doesn't really know the difference when she's wet or not. Yeah, having to kind of, I suppose, manage the two things, which if you just have the dog, it's fine because I can kind of get up and put her back in her bed. But when I've got the baby and she's crying for breastfeeding and Roxy's trying to get in the bed, it's just all, it's all very overstimulating. Look at the little feet. I keep on trying to vlog and it is kind of impossible with Roxy. Finally, Roxy actually has settled and she's decided that her bed is curled up next to baby's poopy nappy and on top of the carrier, rather than her cozy warm bed, hey? That makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That makes loads of sense. She tried to get into the cot. She's tried jumping up at the bed. I'm trying to feed baby and she keeps unlatching, and she's doing that thing where she gets very like upset whilst I'm breastfeeding her. I don't know what's going on. It's maybe a developmental thing, but she's been sick quite a lot today. I don't know what's going on with you and your tummy. Maybe it's just one of those things. That's the thing when you're a mum, you're like, is this something I need to ring the doctor about? Or is this just one of those things? I think I'll see how she gets on today, but I just don't think she's feeling very well. Hello. But then you're so happy. She's giggling at me right now. You're giggling. Yes. Ah. Yes, you'll giggle. She started to giggle, which is adorable. Hey. You're so silly. You're so cutie. Yeah. Yeah. So, who knows what you'll get today, or how much I'll be able to film or do. I am using the Huckleberry app again. I stopped using it because I was finding it stressful, but then little one's sleeping in the day was becoming quite a challenge, and I wondered if it was because we were missing her like tiredness and her naps and leaving it a bit too long. And actually the last couple of days since using it again, she is sleeping a lot better and getting to sleep a lot easier. She's such an active and happy baby when she's awake. She's always smiling and making noises and looks so interested in us that I think we were missing some of her tiredness cues, and it was getting to like an hour and a half, 2 hours that she'd been awake, and then we would start to get her to go to sleep, and by then she's overtired and then she would be really fighting to go down for a nap. Yeah, since trying this, it kind of notifies you basically when her nap is near, so that's when you think, okay, her nap is in 20 minutes, so I'll start rocking her to sleep now, or I'll feed her or take her outside, and it means she's less upset to go to sleep. And it has worked the last 3 days since I've started using it again. Anyway, I'm going to play with her now. We're going to do some tummy time and some fun things, aren't we? Maybe I'll have a little sing session with you. We've got a lot of packages to open. I don't remember what this is. This looks like I ordered it. What is this, hey? What is this? Yeah, what is it? Ah, it's my Renew and Me top up. My serum and a cream that I use every evening. Look, been keeping my skin nice and glowy. I do have a discount. I'll link that if you want to try it out. It's my kind of like one-stop skincare product that I use in the evenings when I don't have time anymore. What's in here? Oh, Bavea. These are new shoes. One day, little one, you will be borrowing and stealing my shoes. If you are the same size feet, that is. If you aren't, you'll probably be really gutted and you'll probably wear them anyway. Won't you? Won't you? That'll be fun. One day we can share clothes. Oh, I'm so excited for these. They're so cute. I will be like styling them or showing them properly in another video. But I saw these and I just thought, because I wear my red ones, my red Mary Jane ones all the time, that I thought this was a good addition because it had such a lovely ribbon that went with it. And it felt very damson madder style. So basically they're lace-up versions of the Mary Jane ones that I wear all the time. So they've got elastic laces like this, but it also comes with these ribbons, which actually, now I'm thinking about it, you could probably just customise this however you liked. And on the website they had it with this ribbon. Is there 2 in here? Yes. Which looked so pretty, and I thought for Christmas time, that's so cute. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, it is. She likes the shoes. I wish you could see her. She's like grinning her face off at this. You love this? You love an unboxing? Do you love an unboxing? Yes, you do. Next pair. What's in here? Oh, these are very cool too. I do have a thing with red. I have a lot of red shoes. Pretty paper. These are a lovely pair of trainers, but they're kind of like fashion trainers rather than practical trainers. And they look nice. And I don't have a pair of trainers like this. I know the kind of, I feel like they look a little bit like Sambas. Where they're smaller trainers, so if you wear like jeans, they're not like chunky trainers, they're like smaller, more sleek trainers, which look really nice with, I think, a baggy pair of jeans. And these also have a lovely little kind of organza style ribbon, which, now I'm looking at it again, you could definitely, if you've got these ones, alternate the ribbons in here or put your own ribbons in. But they're just a really nice material. They look super comfortable, and they've got like a scrunchy back. Look at these. You like these? Do you like them? This might be more shoes. So just context, I do work with Vivea. That's why I have batteries flashing. So you may have to stay tuned to see the rest of the shoes. Because if the battery dies, I can't get rid of the camera. I think we've got some booties maybe. I work with them. That's why they send me so many shoes, because I obviously make videos for them. And that is a perk of the job. I don't work with many fashion brands, but I love Olivia, and they've always been so good to me, and I've worked with them for years. Oh my goodness, these look so gorgeous. This is inspiring me to really like get on it with my... Yes! Yes! Look, you like these ones. To really get on it with my postpartum style. I mentioned in another video that I was just feeling really fed up. What's this? I was feeling really fed up with my style because it just feels, I have the same clothes, I wear the same clothes every day with breastfeeding, and I've been trying to look on Vinted. I just need to like change over my wardrobe, my winter wardrobe, and see what's missing. And yeah, I'm not feeling inspired, so these shoes are helping that. Look how amazing these boots are. I just think I'm going to wear these for years and years. So they're just this amazing square-toed boot with such a funky heel. Super elegant. They'll look so great with just literally any outfit, and I cannot wait to wear them. What's in this box? Okay, these are going to be really practical. So I wear my Blundstone boots every single day to walk the dog, don't I? And they're always covered in mud. And so I saw these and I thought, well, these are a good example of the kind of boot that I wear all the time that go with so many of my outfits, don't they? But these can look smart and stay smart, so this can be like my nicer version. Yeah! So they're not muddy, and hopefully they're just as comfortable. And I got them in a dark brown rather than a black, because I find that dark brown rather than black suits more outfits. That's why I wear my Blundstones so much, because I don't know, they just go with everything. I feel like it's less harsh. Like a pair of black boots has to be like a specific outfit, whereas brown you can just wear with so much. And these are just really, they're really nice looking, and they've got the elastic kind of back, like Chelsea boot style, so they'll be really comfortable. Right, so now I've made a mess. I need to tidy this up. We have so much recycling that we need to do. Well, Alex needs to do. Don't we? I hope you enjoyed the cute noises to accompany this unboxing. She loved that, didn't you? Yes. Yes, you're getting so chatty. It's so cute. I love you. Your socks keep falling off. Why do they keep falling off, little one? Which were your favourite pair of shoes? Which were your favourite pair? Ow. What? Oh. Ah. 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 Ooh. E. Ooh. Ah, 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 ah. Mwah. Wee. Oh. Yes. Ah. Whoosh. Whoosh. Wee. Wee. Ah. That's the biggest smile I've ever seen. Whoosh. Ah. Yeah. Whee! Whee! Yeah. Woo! Whee! 1, 2, 3. Whee! There goes the sock. 1, 2, 3. Whee! 1, 2, 3. Yes. I love you. You're my best friend. You're my best mate. Both of your socks came off. I think these socks are a bit rubbish. They never stay on your feet. Okay, baby has had a little sleep. She's not feeling great. She's being a bit sick today. But I only have the most basic ingredients to make lunch. So I've got chickpeas. Yes. We have jasmine rice. Alex actually got this because I think he knew that there was nothing at home when he was in Lidl. Some peas out the freezer. And then this is a leftover sauce from like a month ago. This is a katsu stir fry sauce. Yeah. And then there's a chili garlic sauce. I'm just going to put this all in a pan together and eat that because there's nothing else. And I think it would be really tasty. Lunch was delicious. Battery ran out, so we're back on the phone. Though actually, when I edited the vlog last time from my phone, the footage was really great. Didn't really see an issue with it. So I'm gonna vlog more, vlog more on my phone because it means I pick up my camera more. Anyway, she's fast asleep. I'm watching the Victoria Beckham TV show on Netflix. Today I found quite difficult. I think it's the transition coming back to home and Alex not being here, and it's all those things all at once. I have work I have to do, so I'm trying to do that, and then also not being able to unpack because I'm obviously looking after her. So it's this sort of feeling of not really being able to do anything fully. So I am looking after her as the priority, but I can't really do my work fully, and I can't really unpack. And I kind of had it in my mind that this video would be me resetting and unpacking. And this is just like part of motherhood that I always have these ambitions of what I can do. And then I'm like, why did I think I'd be able to do that? Like maybe later if I put her in the carrier for her next nap, I might be able to do a bit of unpacking, but that involves a lot of bending down and standing up. Yeah, I'm often over ambitious about what I'm able to achieve. Anyway, all the gang are in here. Look at this. We have all the gang. All chilling. Oh. So I did decide, I was like, I'm just gonna have my lunch, watch some TV, because I just haven't been doing that recently. I feel like I've been on too much and always filling my time with like, right, she's asleep, so I should do some work, or I'm breastfeeding, so I edit something on my phone. And I do look back and think I'm a bit regretful for how soon I sort of decided to go back to work and go full force with everything, because those first few weeks of newborn life, just sitting and feeding and her napping and us watching TV and chilling out, they were very, very lovely. And I want to bring a little bit of that back because she still is so young. Obviously I can't have all of it back because you've got to look after bills and life and stuff, and we want the Newland to be done, but I want to bring a little bit of that chill time with her back. And I'm glad to be home in autumn. I'm so looking forward to Christmas, you know. I just can't wait for Christmas with her. And my friend sent me a reel this morning about all the traditions that your family had growing up at Christmas time and those magical memories that they created for you. And I'm so excited to do that for her. Like, I just can't wait. All the traditions. Let me know some of your favourite Christmas traditions that you remember from when you were little, because maybe there'll be some in there that I could read and implement with her, because I want to have all the loveliest traditions for her. And I know she's so little she won't remember this year, but I feel like now I have a daughter, my sister has 2 daughters, Christmas has been like reignited. The fun of Christmas has like come back a bit, because that's what Christmas is for kids, isn't it? That's what Christmas is about, really. Anyway, I'm gonna watch the rest of this documentary. I could do with a nap, you know. My eyes are like watery. Good morning. I think I stopped vlogging yesterday afternoon because she just wasn't feeling very well, because, oh my god, I've got a massive spot on my nose. Last night she woke up, I think I fed her at 1:30. She woke up at 1:30. She had a nice 4-hour stint of sleep, woke up at 1:30, which is usual for her. And then didn't go to sleep for 2.5 hours. So I was up between 1:30 and 4 a.m. That was really fun. I think she just had bad reflux because I fed her for half an hour on one side, which is a lot longer than usual. It's kind of like she wasn't very comfortable. And then I like burped her and that didn't really work. Tried to rock her, that didn't really work. And it was just kind of a cycling back and forth. Tried feeding her on the other side, she wasn't interested. Anyway, I'm very tired. Alex is having a little nap with her now. Well, he's not napping, but she is. Today I have work to do, and this is the anxiety I sometimes feel. It's like, I was going to share this actually on a photo dump yesterday, but I didn't actually get around to doing it, which is annoying. It's like my mental health since having a baby has been so much better, in terms of like, I don't have the kind of, I guess, deep worry or fear that I would have with anxiety and depression and my sort of health anxieties, or like OCD, or even like food thoughts or body image thoughts. It's like those thoughts aren't there anymore because I literally don't have the time or space to think about them, which is so bizarre, because I know that it's not because before having a baby I was deliberately choosing to think about them. They just popped up. But it's like, I guess my brain is so active in terms of looking after her and thinking of her that it doesn't allow for that depression and that anxiety to take over and trick me like it used to when I had the space in my head because I wasn't thinking of something outside of me. So yeah, it's like my mental health challenges have reduced so dramatically, which I did wonder would happen when I had a mum, because I've always wanted to be a mum and it's mattered a lot to me. I think if I could go back I would have had a baby sooner, because I always wondered whether some of the mental health challenges I had was because I had this sort of lacking in my life, this sort of empty feeling, which isn't for everyone, by the way. When I say this is my experience. Again, a caveat. Which, yeah, not the case for probably most people. It's just my personal feeling. It was that there was always something missing in my life. And I remember one of my therapists sort of saying to me, lots of my worries and sort of the depth of what was going on with me was very existential. Like, you know, something bad's going to happen to me because I've had a good life, or like, you know, what is the point in all of this sort of thing. And I feel like having a daughter has solved that problem, and I always wondered if it would. Anyway, this is very deep for a morning chat, but what I'm trying to say is, I think what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, my mental health challenges like that have reduced significantly, and, you know, they could come back. This could just be a honeymoon period of loving having a daughter, and it, you know, may have something happen in the future that will bring those feelings up again. But yeah, it's incredible that it's done that for me, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still mentally and physically challenging having a baby, but it's in a different way. It's almost like I'm okay with it. I don't know how to explain this. I was trying to write this out in a caption and Instagram wouldn't give me enough space. But maybe some of you can relate, maybe some of you can't. Maybe I know that loads of women have postpartum depression, have the opposite experience, which is what I was really terrified of happening to me. And I'm just grateful that I've had an experience so far where having a baby has like pushed lots of those feelings I used to have, and in pregnancy, because you all know that during pregnancy, I talked about it a lot, I had really bad mental health challenges and it was really difficult. It triggered a lot of mental health problems for me. I'm very grateful that since having her, even if I have a night like last night where it's really mentally and physically challenging and I get very annoyed and worked up by, I guess it's very overstimulating, isn't it, all of it? And I'm moaning in these videos. Even though that's going on, it's never that deep. That's probably what I mean by this, is it's like it's only as deep as I feel tired, or she's not feeling very great, or I don't know, I'm irritated at Alex because he can't breastfeed and he can't do the things that I'm having to do right now, and that therefore I'm having to do more. But biologically he can't really do anything. Yeah, it doesn't run deeper than that. So that is interesting. And you know, when I have the sort of normal anxieties I used to have, or worries I used to have, maybe around myself, around work, it never lasts very long. It'll pop into my mind and then I have to look after her, so it goes away. Or it pops into my mind and then she gives me a little grin and I'm like, well, that doesn't really matter very much, does it? Because I've got her. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, here I was saying I wasn't going to make my content all about being a mum, and that's exactly what I've been doing. And lots of you actually did make me feel a lot better in my previous video when I addressed this and said, you just don't care, you're just happy to see whatever content I share. And you as mums, a lot of you understand that when you have a newborn and when you are a mum, that is what your life becomes, especially at the start when you're breastfeeding. It is all encompassing. So, you know, the alternative ultimately would be me not sharing anything and me going on like a maternity leave where I don't vlog until I'm like back in myself and come back to the world. My hair is very tangly. Come back to the world, you know, when I have established a routine and I can go back to talking about the things I used to talk about. But yeah, this is what the reality of having a newborn is it is your entire life. And it's all I'm thinking about, you know, her sleep schedules and whether she's feeling a certain way. And I really wanted to go to a car boot this morning. That was my plan. And that was very optimistic of me because I don't know how that's going to happen. I wanted to include that in this vlog. And that's a good example of what I do find tricky, because I know that sort of stuff is fun for you to watch. But it's just not doable today. It's just not doable today, because I have brand work that needs editing and changing, and just other things. I have work stuff I have to do, and Alex does as well. I might pump today actually, because I think we need to start doing that. Every day I say I'm going to pump and then it doesn't happen. On a different note, I still can't decide if I'm going to get my hair fringed, get a fringe or not. Also, can anyone recommend a hairbrush that you can use for slick backs? That's the thing, if I get a fringe, definitely won't be able to do this hairstyle anymore. There isn't a boar bristle brush, because obviously that's not very vegan, is it? And I know people use that to smooth the hair, because this leaves like lines in your hair. I actually feel like there probably just isn't a brush that does that isn't animal hair, because plastic will create these sort of lines in your head. This morning the agenda is I'm filming a brand deal, so I've got to do that first and then look after little one in between. And we do have an osteopath appointment with her later. It's her third one. She has been seeing an osteopath because she was quite stiff post-birth and I feel like she had tension in her neck. So I will bring up the fact that she's been very refluxy the last few days, and I'm wondering if there's something going on with her. Maybe there's some neck tension, and also like I feel like she's preferring one boob over the other and getting quite fussy. So I don't know if that's tension or if that's reflux or what, so I'll mention it to her and maybe she can sense something, pick up on something. Shall I add this just to make my day better? Sometimes I think hair and makeup and like accessories really do brighten your day. Adding like a fun scrunchie can be the difference of like feeling rotten because you're in pyjamas and you've had a rubbish night. So I'm pretty tired, and I think that's going to make me feel a little bit happier. What does it look like? This dress, I haven't actually worn it yet, and because I'm filming a brand deal I thought I'd put it on. I got on Vinted. The only thing is my breastfeeding boobs are a little big for this Empire line, but I love this dress, it's so cute. Look at the lace. And it has lovely little pearl buttons. I am talking very softly because she is fast asleep, by the way. But I'm going to put a jumper over this, I think. But I feel very, like, this is very modern day Jane Austen vibes. I need a jumper. I think I need a jumper over the top. So this is what I would have worn if I'd gone out to the car boot. It would have been really cute. Yesterday I'd hoped to unpack this suitcase, but it didn't happen. And this is all my summer stuff that I took out, but I need to replace with the winter stuff because the winter stuff is still underneath the bed. So, I think this weekend Alex and I need to have a weekend off where we don't do any work, don't go to Newlyn, and sort the house out and unpack, do the winter stuff, and just start next week fresh so that we can have some semblance of order. That will feel so good because I can't see us being able to do that before the weekend. I feel like upstairs you couldn't see the outfit, so here it is, because if I'm going to show it to you upstairs, I may as well show it to you properly. And I really like it. It feels very Pride and Prejudice. I just shared on Instagram with a Pride and Prejudice song. And very comfy. I feel like my Pinterest autumn winter styling images I've been pinning have been exclusively like long dresses, skirts with jumpers over the top. I just ordered a nice little kind of bonnet hood from Vinted, like a crocheted one or a knitted one. And I want also some like little mini scarves and stuff to accessorise and just feel cosy. And do it. Maybe I also want a brown jumper, like an oversized one. Let me know your favourite brands for knitwear, because I've been looking on Vinted and some of the brands I look for are a bit expensive. I feel like there is definitely a market on Vinted for like everyone reselling things like Damson Madder and Suzanne, really expensive, almost to the point that it's the same price as it is new or close to. So let me know your favourite brands that you like to shop for on Vinted, because then I can add them. Because the algorithm on there is actually pretty great. Once you start looking for stuff, it does suggest lots of other brands and lots of items when you just go on your main like home feed. So I'm going to be on the hunt between now and Christmas, just to rotate things, and I can sell some bits and look in charity shops. So I feel a bit better in myself because it is hard postpartum. And I feel like my old wardrobe is like my old self, and some of the clothes I look at, I'm a bit like, they don't really feel like me. So maybe I can do a bit of that kind of conversation in a future video, like how I'm feeling about my body, clothing, dressing, postpartum, that kind of stuff. Let me know if you've got any questions and I can address that in a future video. I've managed to get my work done. Yay, I literally edited it whilst feeding her and whilst her napping on me. I'm now nap trapped and I'm so hungry. We had a Sainsbury's delivery come and Alex took her out for a nap because we tried to get her to go for a nap inside, but I think she's used to going out on a walk in the morning, and I was trying to just get some work done inside. So I'm kind of nap trapped now with my boob out, and it's 1 o'clock and I'm so hungry. And the Sainsbury's delivery arrived, and I just, when your food delivery comes and you want to make like a really delicious lunch, that's what I want to do, because I ordered lots of like vegetables. Though I keep doing it where I order my food and then I don't like finish the order and I forget stuff. And a lot of it is for a shoot that I'm doing tomorrow, because I haven't done a recipe shoot in a long time. I'm, kind of excited to do it, but also nervous because it's the first time doing it kind of with her. It'll be fine. I really want to go downstairs and eat all the food though. I need to figure out what food is for me and what food is for tomorrow. And I actually don't know what I'm going to make. What should I make? I'm not really sure. Baby's in the bouncer. Food shop is not put away, but I did make myself some lunch and Alex, because I need to sort the fridge out where everything goes before I put everything away. So I'm really hungry because she's been napping on me. So I've just got this isn't chicken deli pieces, which are so good and really great for a quick lunch. I've just shared that between us. Some spinach, tomato, avocado, red onion, and peri-peri sauce. And maybe I could put some yogurt in there. What else could I put? I'm like looking at all of these ingredients like, ooh, what can go in there? I think that's fine. I'll put a bit of pepper and call it a day.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt shift, sensing the change. The dog has been shaken outside of a grave. Opening, closing, statements or phrase. Radio channels, curses or praise. News and instruction on it's for the pain. Bad conditions breaking everything. In this strange weather, a time to be alive. In capital letters, but no way.
Eloise is fast asleep, so I can't talk too loudly. I had a bath and she had a bath. I feel fresh. That lovely feeling. I managed to shave my legs for the first time in so long. Washed my hair. I've put nice product in my hair. I've moisturised. I've got new pyjamas on, and I'm going to do one of those sleep meditations, because sometimes when she goes to sleep early and I get into bed with her, I'm really tired, but I need that like assistance to get me to like wind down, because I feel a bit like the day's been busy. And that's why I really like using the sleep casts on Headspace. So I'm just gonna listen to one of those and try and have like a really restful stint of sleep before she wakes up for her first feed, which usually is around midnight, 1 a.m. And it's 9 o'clock now, so hopefully I'll get a good 3 or 4 hours sleep. This weekend, I'm really looking forward to having that time off that I mentioned. I think I'm gonna go get my hair done, so you'll have to stay tuned to see whether I actually get a fringe or not. But I'm gonna dye it for the first time in forever, and yeah, it's gonna be a nice relaxing weekend. I'm really craving that, and it'll be so nice. So I'll see you in the next vlog. Hit the thumbs up button. Headspace is linked down below, and I will see you in the next video.
For a certain kind of person, there are few places in the world that produce such a sense of profound calm as the Moonlight Library